Hello, Smite fans, and welcome to another update show. We are here for Transformers, the update show. I mean, I am just so excited, and I'm here with Lermy and Ajax. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Doing great.
Glad to hear it. It's a great day to do great. So we have so much to go over today. We have 8-10 bonus, we have community news, we have 8-11 with all of its balance and all kinds of changes coming, and then of course, the Transformers Battle Pass, which I am so hyped to get to. But there's so many good things between us in there that we just got to get rolling. So we're going to start off with 8-10 bonus, which is going to be going live November 2nd. This is the bonus for the Kalina update. So let's start off with balance. It's items.
Oh, yeah, really nice that we're talking balance now.
Yeah, so Spectral Armor is kind of your one-stop shop when it comes to anti-crit. It has been kind of a bit too good in that regard, where you can just pick it up and that's kind of all you need to do against crit. You know, it kind of feels like for a lot of those characters that are building the crit into this item.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good for hunters.
Good niche anti-crit item.
So we don't have undying tanks incoming. It's pretty nice.
All the items for bonus, but we have some gods to talk about. So let's get into the gods.
Oh yeah.
Actually, what's that looking like, AJ?
This character, runs those ranked queues real hard.
Oh my god, yeah, this is a much needed nerf for Set. That's has been long overdue, in my opinion.
Mid laners even recently. We've seen Cyclone on Set in ADC.
And that's the other problem. We have in pro play already assassins in the duo lane. Successfully, I have to add that shouldn't be the case.
Second hit is being decreased, and then since the spawn of Set has built-in damage reduction for multiple clones, that's actually going to decrease the damage of the further hits as well. So really what this is doing is kind of taking down that super top end where you just get bursted by getting hit by like 5 perfectly intersecting clones. It's going to take that down a little bit, really trying to keep him a little bit more.
Yeah, but
Set has
on the flip side, this nerf, yeah, this probably just concerns higher elo in pro play.
Trying to discourage him just kind of running the game mode from
since I don't think the average Set player will playing.
What's happening there, Lermy?
Okay, Nike nerf.
So Nike has been running the solo lane a little bit recently. She just feels very tanky come the late game, with the mystical male builds and being able to throw a lot of health into her build. I mean, health is just a pretty good stat all around right now, and Nike is like one of the #1 abusers in that game for that stat. So we just want to make it a little bit less.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that nerf. If that was necessary.
You're gonna be putting a little bit less.
I mean, Nike, so we're gonna be taking yeah, she's played more in the solo lane, but she did not exactly take solo lane over. There are solo laners which are simply much more picked. Much more picked.
Speaking of health, here we have a very similar nerf compared to Nike. Cthulhu's ult does buff his max health quite a large amount, and he can build into that and become very tanky. Taking that down a little bit, and then also decreasing this damage he can do with the Sever attack.
Yeah, this is an okay nerf.
He just has a lot of damage output he can do if you get hit by multiple instances of this. So
this isn't too crazy on, at least not on the ultimate. Okay, it might be a bit of a problem, but the health buff from Descent into Madness is usually not the issue. It's more or less the damage output.
One more primary solo laner here, nerf coming up at next on the list.
Yeah,
and
it's Odin. He's getting a nerf to both Ring of Spears and the Raven Shout. So
oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, this is a much needed nerf. So since they have removed boots, and Odin can pretty much just rush CDR items when coming into lane. Yeah, this is a pretty much needed nerf with the ultimate cooldown increased because they started to get silly, and also the Raven Shout, the shield health is going down now. The problem with this guy is he's too easy. All across all elos. And this is a much needed nerf, and I think this is a good start. So he definitely starts to fall off in the late game, because this early game is simply just absurd. So this is a nice nerf.
Hard to play against her, man. Those heals are crazy. It looks like Mending Waters is getting a nerf this time. So what's that about, Ajax?
We've been really closely focusing on Yamojo specifically through pro play this year.
Yeah, I have no take on that nerf. I haven't played Yamojo enough to have an opinion there.
In the entire game,
basically I rarely see her. So this is this bonus range from 50 to 40. So Mending Waters is her 2, I think. It no longer stacks with itself. Previous fires with the same ability that is still on target will instead refresh.
As well as the ability to stack that shield.
Yeah, I guess that if that was the case, can't even tell. I didn't even know it did. And this is probably good nerf. Although I rarely see her being played, so yeah, I don't know. I just hope they don't nerf her into oblivion, so she isn't being played for like a year or 2 or something like that. It's pretty weird.
Something like that, which she has, been higher than that pretty much for the last 2 years. So we do owe it to the players to keep striving for that balance point, although it's going to be difficult to hit. I'm really feeling good about this one, though. I'm hoping we won't have to touch it for a while.
And always walking that razor's edge. Never.
Should the shield stack with itself? Probably not.
What's going on there, Lermy?
So we've been kind of hammering away.
Oh yeah, and get nerf. I can feel that one.
Incredibly valued in the pro league, and we're honestly really happy to see that he is, right? Because he's been kind of out of meta for a while.
This is
and he's a really exciting
quite a significant nerf in the late game.
Still a bit of a high number on Cataclysm, so again,
especially since they have already toned that damage, also the base damage from the ultimate down on the PTS before you went live. So we went from 630 to 550. Oh, yeah, this is a much needed nerf.
Yeah, this god can jump so many percentage points off of anything, really.
And I personally wouldn't have just nerfed Bladed Arrow. I would have also nerfed his 3 Hail of Arrows, I think it's called. Down from yes, it's a very small target area, but it has 100% scale, 100% scaling, and it's just absurd amounts of damage. And
he's got enough help.
So we have probably a couple of nerfs coming for him now, maybe getting nerfed even further. But his early to mid game is just completely absurd right now, and even in the late game, I don't know, the combo hits does like 2k damage on a squishy, something like that.
So again, that is coming out November 2nd. You can look out for that. You can also check the bonus patch notes for 8.10.
So that's it, Harris. There's no jungle nerfs.
Move on to the skins that are coming out with the bonus patch. I'm excited. And first up, we have from the Odyssey. The Odyssey
interesting
continues to push onward.
Okay.
And we have Geomancer Persephone. So let's take a look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the art card looks pretty nice. I like that. Actually, I like that a lot. But I guess,
which I always get really excited.
Yeah, in game. Oh, that looks also pretty nice in game.
So many, and we keep pushing ourselves to find new ones.
With the crystals around her. I still think the Monarch skin is still the best looking, but this looks quite nice as well.
Just the emerald look is so good.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
Let's see what she sounds like.
Let them ride on the battlefield and fight in vain. They are no match for my army.
It's just unfortunately, I think right now she doesn't see that much play at all.
So next up we have Nightbringer Demon. I always say his name wrong. Sablanke? Is that? I've practiced.
Nightbringer Demon Shibalanke. Okay, the art card looks pretty cool.
Are you sure it's not an X-Belonku?
And I guess that shares a theme with the Hui skin.
There we go.
And all the other vampire, undead, fiend skins that are in the game. Looks pretty cool. Let's see how the model looks like.
Yeah.
Still a dark theme overall, though, so it plays well into his kit with his moon mechanics.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the ult on this one. I'm sure it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
incredible.
that's pretty
That's
cool.
So great.
So basically, this is a fiend skin, some hellspawn,
he's just whipping around.
Oh my god!
firing auto attacks. Instead of the bolars, he's wielding skulls now.
I love the teeth and
And also the skull shield with the fire breathe effect. Pretty know. Yeah, of course they added the usual fiend voice you would expect from a skin like this.
Me in the middle of a team fight, so cool.
So why not?
Next up, we have the glitch chest, and we will be getting Bit Builder Vulcan.
Oh,
that's great.
Glitch chest, okay.
We tried out with Tsukuyomi was the first one we did a little bit back, and this is
so we're getting more pixel skins. I'm totally up for that, and I will most likely get that one. It's just not a nice art card. I'm just kind of into this pixel stuff. I really like that. I think the first one that came out was the Pixel Buster Freya back in season 1. And then we got a couple others like Thor, the Hippo, and then I think the Discordia came out. Discordia sort of shares
Let's see what the voice sounds like.
Yeah, the colored a little bit. I'm not completely sure about that. Yeah, but they look a little bit similar. And of course the Tsukuyomi skin. They just made this a little bit more, yeah, how shall we put this, anime style or something like that. Yeah, the other pixel line looks a bit different.
Next up, and the last skin for the bonus update, we have the Schmexy chest and Candy Shop Achilles.
Candy Shop Achilles, okay.
Shout outs to the community here.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if that's the kind of skin I would use on Achilles.
Thank you, Jagu Dada, for this one.
Let's see how this one looks in game. Not sure why we need some something like this.
About this skin for months now. Look at that.
Chose this outfit for the turnaround.
Outfits
for the turnaround.
Yeah, that looks a bit weird. The lollipop and the candy shield.
To see him in action.
You'll have to, and if you do play it, I hear that there is.
I mean, I don't mind the outfit and stuff, but come on, the lollipop and the candy shield.
Production quality special emotes.
This is a little bit odd.
Animation really went above and beyond on it.
Yeah, I think this is just not my cup of tea at all.
Picks this skin up because it is just chef's kisses.
Let's hear what he sounds like. Let's put the icing on the cake.
Welcome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And the
should
show
have said before we started this show today.
Awesome.
Only I had Achilles confidence.
I heard that we get a very brief peek in game.
Yeah, that's still a very weird idea to have some candy incorporated.
There it is. That is
Yeah, I do see the theme a little bit, but why in the world would you add some sort of candy to him?
Here's his special.
So basically, if this is some sort of stripper,
so y'all can look forward to that.
stripper skin,
bonus patch again, dropping on November.
I think they could have approached this a little bit differently.
Some community news, and there is a lot to talk about. First up, the reaping is going on right now. It's still going strong, and we still have plenty of events. So currently, if you get 3 first wins of the day, you're going to win a Halloween avatar. That goes until tomorrow. So, you know, get in there and do that. Get those 3 wins of the day knocked out, so you get that awesome, scary free avatar. Let's look at it. Horrifying. Yeah, it made me unsafe.
Yeah, it's crazy horrifying. That crazy horrifying avatar.
From Friday till Sunday, so this weekend we are having a Gemstorm. So the Reaping is bringing the Gemstorm, so make sure you get in and play during the Gemstorm as well this weekend. You know, make sure you slot in some Smite time.
Yeah, of course. So I really don't like the Gemstorm events. So basically, you have tons of people going crazy, logging in. Oh, what's this?
11:59 p.m. EST, October 29th. So deadline's coming up. But make sure you get in there, get carve your Smite pumpkin, and submit for a chance to win a bunch of awesome prizes. So again, that's in the official Smite Discord. Make sure you hop in and check it out. There'll be plenty of people to help you understand the rules and see what you got to do once you get in there. But super exciting.
Pumpkin carving contest. Well, I guess I have to prep a.
October 31st to celebrate Bob Ross. The bundle is back, so we're excited for y'all to be able to pick.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest Sylvanas skins in the game. If I wouldn't have that already, I would probably pick it up. It's really funny, well done with the voice and stuff.
The current Prime Gaming skin out right now is Krang Jingtian, so
oh yeah, so I gotta admit, this skin was really well done.
The only skin I'll use for him
it didn't exactly make me want to play Xingtian more, but the skin is simply just amazing. I think this is oh yeah, this is another. I'm looking forward to this one.
Another one coming. Make sure you get the one now, and make sure you keep your eyes open in November so that you can get this one as well. Because they're just so great. I don't know why you wouldn't want them.
Yeah, this is, I think, one of the cooler skins, I guess.
This weekend, they begin on Friday. They're running all weekend. And,
oh yeah, I'm also looking forward to the Smite Pro League season, which are apparently starting on Friday.
Super exciting. Make sure
I love best of 5 matches.
Catching the hype, because they're going to be a lot of good games.
It's just a lot more fun.
Let's move into quality of life. I hear there are some spicy quality of life changes coming, starting with a new ranked conquest draft system. Ajax, I'm going to pass the mic to you on this one.
All right, so now that we're talking about the main patch, bonus
keyboard mouse controller cues. Okay. I guess can you rank all ban? Oh my god, this is a much needed change. So everyone gets a ban now. So this means we can ban out. Everyone can ban out one god now. There's no break in between, so we are hitting the lobby. We're entering our bans, and then we can start picking. This is just awesome. This is really nice. So let's see if that's still turn-based, or if we can just go right away with it.
Don't want to play against, as opposed to relying on just one player to do it, and they're also going to be able to suggest which bands they might want to play.
This will really shorten
or which picks they
the game prep time, and then we can straight go to the action.
Also comes with, tons of other changes.
Planning phase.
Read all this text. I know there's a lot of text flying by here.
First phase before bans, so each player will be able to mark up to one god they intend to pick to show the other teammates. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? We can also show up to one god that's just the team should ban.
Quick notes to be made. One is that this only going to apply to Conquest, not the other ranked modes.
So then it's
apply to ranked. This is not going to be changing pro or competitive play.
35 seconds each with no bank time. This will follow the same pick order as previous. Okay, yeah, this is fine.
Custom matches. So if you want to run a match like a ranked system, that's fine. If you want to run pro scrims, you'll still continue using the exact same options.
Trade phase 30 seconds. That's pretty much the same. Launch phase 10 seconds, also pretty much the same. But this is a really good change. This was much needed change to drafting ranked. There was nothing more annoying than doing the, I don't know, the whole process took mostly like 3 to 4 minutes until we were in the game. And if then some guy dodged or anything, it was done all over again. So I'm really glad that this time sink is gone with being able to straight ban God right away, and every player can do it now. So we are not just probably not banning all the meta picks anymore. We can probably just ban stuff that's that we personally find super annoying to play against. Yeah, but the most important thing is we can finally get super fast into ranked games now.
Another long time request.
With a Relic update, players can now see the allies' Relic cooldowns on the scoreboard. Yeah, that's a really good change as well.
I can. It's a pretty simple change. Basically, for a long time, people have been wanting to know, what are the
so maybe we can manage games a little bit better now, so people know when beats are down, Aegis is down, or other specific important relics.
In your own bar. So it's going to be great for communication. Now you'll actually be able to see if, their beads weren't actually up.
So we probably never run, so this will reduce the possibility of running into unpleasant situations when we force fights, and then maybe 1 or 2 of our carriers don't have their relics up. So at least we know now without asking beforehand. So I think this is a pretty nice addition to relics. I really do like that. Okay, well, let's be honest. In the grand scheme of things, no one's gonna really check that out before some.
You've been asking for it for a long time, so I'm glad we could deliver.
Before some fights are going on over some of the objectives on the map.
So from there, that's quality of life.
Yeah, but let's see how this plays out in the end.
Starting off with Corrupted Arena, it looks like Corrupted Arena is coming back. So is that true?
Yeah, everyone's favorite
Corrupted Arena
mode.
Yeah. So that'll be
yeah, okay, good. This is an addition I couldn't care less about.
It's just for fun. No other complicated systems or anything coming for it. Just I know people love this mode. It's great to bring back at this time of the year. It's kind of been a tradition for us. And it's exciting to try the new gods in it. Gilgamesh is very good.
Who else is really good? For sure.
Oh, Gilgamesh is good. We tested Morgan Le Fay. That one was a little less good than I thought. And I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be cool if you were Mr. Ajax, if you would actually play the game you were doing, so we could we wouldn't have to rely on data from just from the players' games, and maybe you could man up a little our conquest changes.
People were getting to waves on time.
Increase the amount of time at the start of the match from when players spawn until minions spawn by 5 seconds.
Oh gosh, am I gonna be late to lane? So we're just
yeah, I'm not so sure if this will make that much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, this is a whatever change, like I couldn't care less.
Awesome, love to hear it.
There will still be pauses in rank game at the beginning of the game. I'm absolutely certain of that.
In map changes, it looks like we have a long-awaited update on Slash for y'all. Ajax, how about you lay that one down for us?
Yes, so we do want to just share some messaging today. That's all we're going to be sharing today. And that is that Slash is going to be moved to launch in 9-1 with the new season of Smite. We really appreciate everyone's patience. We know you guys are very excited for this mode. We know the Smite players want it, but we want to take our time. We want to do it right.
Okay, I have no idea what the Slash game mode is about. Slash will know. Okay.
Kickoff to celebrating the new season.
Anticipating.
The season is going to have so much hype with it, and that's just cherry on top of the hype.
I've never heard of the Slash game mode before, so I can't tell if so I definitely have not anticipated this, whatever the Slash game mode is about.
November 16th is when we're going to get all of this content, the quality of life and map changes we just spoke of, and the balance we're about to speak of. And starting off, we have Death's Toll getting a buff, kind of to both of its powers. What's that looking like, Lermy?
Let me get a quick aside in here real quick before we go into this item.
Okay, so they're buffing Death's Toll. This means they want to force Leather Cowl out. One more time. That's just another approach. So I don't think Hyres has understood problem with these items. Five physical power buff increase and 5 increase to magical power. This is a little bit different from magical ADCs. As a magical ADCs, this is a really good, this is a great item, and I always build it every time. But on a hunter, on a physical damage dealer, the problem is what this item builds into. This item, for the most part, is just not worth building at the late game.
For now, we got to be serious.
It's okay, but the problem is Death's Temper. So you have like no stacks.
Have been in a bit of a spot.
They have like zero stacks of neutral objectives. So the Death Temper upgrade is really nice when you siege, because it can kill minions and then you get stacks.
But again, some of them are better at things than others. So
and the other item, the life tap item that Death Toll builds into is just
little niche, and its niche is going to be more in the power direction.
Yeah, that's just bad.
Nothing wrong with a little more power. Looks like Gilded Arrow is also getting a buff to its basic attack damage. How about that, Ajax?
Very similar reasoning.
And here's the same problem. So you're buffing
ability hunter meta.
You're buffing the Strata item. But the problem is also here, it's not the values on from these item from the starter version of these items. The value they are just not good in the late game when you upgrade this Gilded Arrow into Diamond Arrow. Then you get pretty much like 60% attack speed from the passive for 10 seconds. Or 8 seconds, I think it's 8 seconds. And then when you have no minions to kill, then you're sitting again at the neutral objectives and then the stacks drop. And what are you going to do then? This is basically
next up, Benevolence. Kind of getting a shift. What's going on there, Lermy?
I don't get these stuff. They don't make any doesn't make any sense like that.
It wasn't gonna be too good, but that it actually was good, and so people have kind of warmed up.
So Benevolence, okay.
Actually pretty cool, and we can get it to work the way that we want it to. But previously, it had a caveat where if you were already full and none of your allies were hurt around you, you couldn't distribute any of those stacks to get the gold that you needed. So now we made the adjustment to where
yeah, this is whatever changed to me.
And you will be getting that gold that you
I don't
would be
know.
getting from these stats.
Also when I
And
when I
to
when I
kind of
have to
counter
play
that,
support,
we're also
and that's
dropping the
really
zone
rarely the
25 to
case.
make it 11, because this would be just a straight up buff. And because
Then I
benevolence are
pick
kind of in a good
one.
spot, we
Then
wanna
I
kind of
mostly pick
temper
one of
that
the
extra
other
building you'll
support
be getting with
support items
Solo
up.
with
But benevolence.
Like we've talked about, it's really that razor's edge, walking that balancing line. So
No,
cool. Next
I
up,
couldn't
we have
care less
Vampiric
about
Shroud.
this.
Looks like a buff to me. It looks like some power increase. What's going on there, Ajax?
We've shifted this item all
Yeah,
over the
Vampiric
place
Shroud
here.
buff.
We did
This
see
is
it briefly
nice.
take over
This,
Solo
in my
Lane,
opinion,
but
should
then
have
stopped for
after
that.
the
But
first couple
with
nerfs,
this,
they
I'm a little
should
disappointed that it's not as much
they
of an
should have
improvement
kept this
anymore.
at
We do
30
use
power.
this as a
That
upgrade
didn't make any
building
sense.
option. Generally okay with it in the solo lane. We just don't want it ever to take over solo lane. So just looking back to bring.
They
back
could
a
have
little
just
bit of
left it at
power.
that and then reduce the physical mitigation
Powered assassins running
on
around
it.
right now. So
That would have
should be
been fine. They should have just nerfed the physical protections on that item. I'm not sure anymore how much it was in the beginning. I think it was 20 protections, and now they have nerfed it to 5. So it's not picked up
Awesome. Excited to see
in the solo lane on Guardians.
Sigil of the Old Guard has some changes coming.
Okay.
What's that looking like, Laramie?
So last patch, if you guys remember, we did a change to the tier 1 sigil to make it feel a little bit more valuable in solo, gave it a little more power, a little bit less on the
Oh,
defensive
this
stats. So now
it
we wanna make
sounds
sure that those upgrades
really
kind of
strong
follow
now.
suit and feel
It's a
equally as
sigil of the
powerful,
Old
so
Guard.
that, you know, you can go into this item that is now a little bit better in the early game, but also you're not kind of trapped into going items that
Increase the duration of the
don't feel as
passive
good
rebuke
later.
buff. Okay.
So basically for Sigil, we are giving it 5% damage mitigation always, and then we're
Yeah,
also
sure,
going
why
to
not?
increase the duration of the passive buff to make it a little bit easier to carry over that mitigation between fights.
Yeah, this
It's
should
only going up 2
definitely
seconds, but even
balance
still,
a little
that
bit
amount is super impactful in a lot of
solo lane
situations. So
out,
hopefully
even
you guys
though
can
I
try
have
this item
to
out
admit
and just feel how awesome this is.
most people still pick up
To continue
X,
that, Infused Sigil also getting some changes?
or they pick up
Exactly.
Infused Sigil.
We're looking at this item and
So decreases the X required to trigger the explosion. Oh, this is really nice. This is a really nice change.
We want it to be impactful.
So they're moving it down to 3 stacks. Oh, and increase the base explosion damage to 600. Yeah, I think this is quite a significant buff to this items and to Infused Sigil, and it's mostly picked up anyways by solo laners now. I don't think I've seen the other Sigil of the Old Guard being picked up at all in any game. Since this item is just much more fun than the other one, so
I'm wondering if this will finally be the way to do it.
I just hope this doesn't go completely through the roof.
So it looks like we have kind of a similar deal where Warriors.
Yeah, but let's see how that plays out. It's definitely a good buff. Strong buff.
Which one of y'all wants to dive into kind of this? Looks like a trio of.
So, what are we doing?
So I can kind of talk about Warriors Axe and what our general plan is, and then AJ can go into the specifics. But basically, Warriors Axe is kind of getting a similar treatment to Sigil, where we want to make it a little bit less defensive and a little bit more geared towards the offensive. A lot of solo laners have expressed that it is way more fun to play those aggressive, in-your-face kind of fighting matches in solo versus kind of sitting back and
this is also a nice change.
Encourage that by shifting these items to
because let's face it, when I have like 2 super defensive characters in the solo lane, and then it's just some game of trading blows over and over the entire time, and no one dies, there's no spice added. That's, I don't know, then solo becomes super fast, complete snooze fest.
To compensate for that. The passives are not being changed on any of the axes.
Damaging is still 35 health.
Patch notes in their full form. Since there were so many stats being added and subtracted, we've actually just written out the item in its full form, and then we've also provided a change log. So you can go and see that on the written patch notes to kind of, whichever way you prefer to think about it, okay, here's just what this item does, or here's what changed.
They increased the cost. Okay, this means 1 pot less to start.
protections being nerfed, and
75 HP gone.
We wanted this item to be usable by Guardians and Warriors.
Okay, decreased physical protections, added 15 physical power, 20 magical power.
Ajax is going to be the more aggressive upgrade, so that one's
Yeah.
going to have higher power and is going to be removing its 250 health. So you're going to see no health, you're just going to see protection, protection, power, power on this item. Passive
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't care less in the late game if they remove 250 health.
Slight increase on the protections to make
Yeah,
it
that's
even
quite
more,
significant.
tanky as a tanky option. So excuse me, I misspoke earlier saying we put added power to everything. Not
Yeah, 30% CCR as a crowd control reduction.
This saves lives. This passive saves a lot of lives. But
yeah, Heroes Access really great. Also, this passive is definitely insane at times. I'm not sure. Also, I can't even tell how many times I saved someone with the shield from this, but definitely has an impact.
Have a lot of fun things to play with coming up. So super.
We're getting also a little bit more tanky with it. That's really cool.
Yeah, so Lotus Crown is like a first item buy for most of your standard healer characters, whether that's your Sylvanas', Yamojas, Terras, Hells, all those characters can go this item very early because it is incredibly cheap. 2050 is one of the cheapest items in the game, I believe, so we just want to tamper that early game spike that you get from all the protections and the passive by bringing up that cost just a smidge, 100 gold. You know, you'll be having to stay a little bit longer to full buy into this item, so we don't want to completely get rid of our healer characters, especially with Sylvanas just coming back with this new passive. I mean, we love to see him getting played.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
So that's not going to change that much. The 100 gold
just a little bit.
difference. Would have rather seen protections from the buff aura going down.
Getting a nerf as well. Looks like cost and the physical protection are getting touched. What's going on there, Ajax?
This is a very popular item in the solo lane right now, and it does a lot of interesting things, right?
Oh, please hire us, because it's a popular item in the solo lane. They are decreasing the physical protections from 40 to 35. Why? They increase the cost at the same time.
However, it just feels just a little overtuned, so we're not trying to make any major shifts in this item's goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure how what is so overtuned. What is actually so overtuned there?
Really, we just don't want this item to become a super passive item. We don't want this item where people just
so basically the yeah, let's just say in the late game, this item is pretty much it's pointless. Also the damage aura, that's
just making that specific strategy.
it's just not doing that much. But why on earth would you increase the cost and also lower the physical protection?
Getting a buff as well.
Protections.
Happening. Power, CCR, mana shield. Like, what's going on, Lermia? I need you to explain.
Yeah, so this item is super exciting. We haven't really seen the book build be meta for a while, so we kind of want to give Book of the Dead a little bit of help because we feel like that's kind of core to that build, and it's also very defensive. We kind of wanted to lean into that defensive nature by giving it the CCR.
Okay, the whatever change.
To 30%, which I mean, those shields are very helpful. You guys.
So whatever change to me, what?
Because it saves lives.
Increase the mana shield from 20 to 30% of your maximum mana.
Mid to late game, like,
so what is that like?
So hopefully these changes
it is 60 health. This is not a 60 health shield. No, it's not a 60 health shield. This is how much? This is a 600 health shield. But let's be frank here. I have built this item just today. Just because I haven't built it in like forever. I didn't even notice the passive triggering, so yeah.
So what's going on there, Ajax?
Yeah, so this one, we reworked in mid-season, and people lost their minds. They were like, this is going to be the most insane OP item ever. Look at me, I'm a Hebo. Look at my 1 cooldown. It's now 0.5 second cooldown. This is crazy. I'm like, okay. We nerfed it a little bit in PTS, and then pretty much nobody built it. I think people just got a little too overexcited, a little too worried, and us always taking.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if Meridian is even with a cost decrease and a magical power increase being built. Maybe if you would add 20%, 10% cooldown reduction, then we could talk about it. Or maybe more pen on it.
Improvements than the old version had, and bug fix potential that the old one had. So I'm still feeling good about this item. I'm glad to see us get this little buff in, and I think there's.
And then on the flip side,
in the World Championships, but we'll just have to.
The problem is this supposed to be a mage item, so we are
the critical strike chance. What's going on with that, Lermy?
Yeah, so this one kind of circles
Oh,
back to
nice. So,
buffs, especially kind of
Payload, that has been nerfed. I think I was just talking yesterday about this item. Payload was pretty much nerfed last year, I think. So they took 10% strike chance away. And then everybody just stopped building it, since it was just horrible. Yeah, it was just a bad item. So and this just puts this item just back into this OP spot, because this item is very powerful. You have 20% cooldown, you have 20% penetration on this, and the passive is just ridiculous. So the target you're hitting after your ultimate is cast will increase the crit chance from other team members. Basically, like mages can then crit, or guardian can crit. Oh.
Now, this item is one of the best items in Smite history, has been for many years, but fallen out of favor with
the Executioner.
With being very careful with the amount of penetration and cost and stuff like that.
Yeah, Iris, we are going into the right direction. I really like this buff.
Give this item a little buff. Try to bring it back. Make sure it's applicable in a lot of builds. Make sure there's multiple.
Yeah, this will definitely fit into every
all in all, I think an exciting buff. Although a small
into every build, into every hunter build now, especially on the auto attackers. Yeah, pretty much on all auto attackers. Really nice hunter buff. I wouldn't have thought. And the Payload buff as well. So we're buffing hunters. Auto attack hunters. I'm really surprised, Tyrus there.
That does it for items in the 811.
That's really awesome. I can't wait for these changes to land.
Our newest addition, Kalina getting a nerf. Looks like too phantasmal and tearing the veil. What's going on with that, Lermy?
Yeah, so Kalina has hit the battleground last week, and she has been insane so far. A lot of you know that.
Yeah, this was a much needed. This is a much needed nerf, to be honest. The initial hit on a squishy, I think, in the late game is about 700 damage. No, that's actually a little bit more, 700 to 800 damage, or something like this. Yes, it's sort of harder to land, but you also need to consider the cooldown on Tearing the Whale. Tearing the Whale has like no cooldown anymore in the late game. This is like, what, 40 seconds with enough CDR, with maximum CDR?
So keep your eyes on that one. But secondarily,
yeah, the damage ticks, they do less damage anyway already on subsequent hits on the same target. But I'm not sure if I really care so much about damage scaling on the ticks, but the initial hit scaling out's really nice to see that going down. It was just way too much damage on that ultimate to begin with, considering what the cooldown is. I mean, if the cooldown wasn't 40 seconds, they could have just kept it like it is, but This is a 40-second cooldown ability with 2 stacks, so you can cast this twice. And it also comes already with an absurd amount of base damage.
Although this would be something you'd normally see in the bonus.
So this is some really nice toning damage
I know
down.
there's some item adjustments that, you know, were kind of.
But I think they have to adjust the numbers a little bit more. I think that's not. I think that's still not enough to
Yeah, just to improve
to justify the super low cooldown on her ultimate.
Sits in the right spot at the end of the day.
It's all about, again, that fine line. I'll say it 100 times. It's
Right, Hyras, what else do you have in store for us? A little bit more, some jungle nerfs maybe?
A buff as well to ring toss, and it seems kind of like there's a lot of stuff going on with ring toss. So
It's the only other first enemy hit by the initial ring toss projectile, increased initial hit damage from
the damage for the first target hit by ring toss. The idea with Neja is
so to
bounces, it's really strong. Bounces between 2 gods, they both get hit a bunch of times.
okay.
But if you're in a one-on-one situation in the jungle, when you're playing as Neja and you try to hit an opponent with it, it doesn't do that much.
Alright, so they want to buff his skirmish and one-on-one potential a little bit. The other damage ability, damage and ability is unchanged. Okay. Will still take damage equal to the current amount. Target hit multiple times by the same ring due to bounces will still take the same reduced damage. Okay, that's fine.
Next up, looks like Thor getting a buff to Berserker's Barrage. So
increased physical power scaling on the first 2 hits.
Yeah,
From
so this is actually a revert from when Thor was one of the best assassins back in the day. So we're kind of taking a look at the stats and seeing.
What do you mean he was the best assassin back in the day?
Probably should when all of his items are kind of going his way, right? So we want to make sure
It just made him pretty much useless with the nerf back in the day. For no. Yes, he was a little bit overpicked and played, but it wasn't that crazy to nerf him into oblivion. No one picked Thor up. Even people like Adapting just didn't pick him anymore. Okay, so yeah, why not? This is great buff. This is a nice buff. Oh, Zeus buff.
We are very excited to bring this one to you.
Oh, finally! I was talking about this. Bring back the passive, the movement speed buff and the attack speed from the old shield.
The design team's been
One deployed, which is scripted. Oh my god, I think this could finally bring back Zeus. This could potentially bring Zeus back into, yeah, sort of the game. So while Zeus is not way down, once he gains 20 movement speed and also attack speed. Jesus. It is a very much needed buff for Zeus. That has been long coming.
Static electricity, and the fact that Zeus can actually.
Because the major problem with Zeus is he's super immobile. Yes, he has high damage, but his laning phase is yeah, it's pretty much trash at the moment. And then also he has simply no escape, and I think he's also one of the gods with the lowest movement speed in the game.
Didn't want to just buff his big AoE damage. That's what he already does really well. This god
yeah, the damage on Zeus is just fine, but this was one of the major issues. There's another thing I would have changed. We need a faster projectile on his one.
I don't know, but I hope they give it a try.
Yes, the damage is nice, but his one, the speed on his one projectile on the lightning strike, it's way too slow. They increased the cooldown on Trident. Increased magical power scaling per hit from 20 to 25%.
ability, that ability gets bonus damage, basically. So we're taking
PS
down how
typecast
much
from
time you
10
actually need
to...
for all
Yeah,
of those
this
abilities to
is...
get the trigger, which has both the dual function.
I don't know,
of
this
being able
is
to
so
get
change.
that, burst of damage a little bit more often, and you'll be able to hang on
It's
to a bit
probably
more
not too
frequency
bad
through
for
most of those
attack speed
abilities.
aside on.
That's point number
Also,
one. Point number two, though, is that Trident's cooldown
yeah,
is
sure, why
going
not?
down
Let's see what
significantly,
other
at
buffs
least
they have in store
the
for
early
Poseidon.
part of it. It's going from 20 to 16 at rank 1, but it's still staying at 12 at max rank. So, you know, that late game Poseidon's not getting any better in that regard, but we're also giving it just so
But
much more magical
yeah, he
damage
also shouldn't be getting that better in the late game. And let's just be frank here, the attack speed Poseidon is already strong enough in the late game. Okay, this could definitely help. So what do we get here? We have increased tide cost from 20 to 15.
Zoom mage that we're all familiar with.
More
Awesome.
tide costs.
Yeah, excited to see. I can't
Beast.
wait for the Zeus Poseidon mage ADC matchup. So
Like
that'll
closed
be a
beta.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, what a throwback.
Ah, come on. You don't want to have...
Alright, looks like Amuzin Cobb is getting a buff as well to Stinger. So what's happening with Stinger?
Yeah, this is whatever, man.
Yeah, this is a very interesting god to buff. He has really high ability damage. He doesn't have mobility, but he's got his movement speed from his hives, which is insane number of stats.
This no slowest impale target.
Difficult one to,
Okay,
adjust
this is
for a
cool.
while now. We started looking at Stinger, and
So this could be so the ultimate can be used for
you can throw it relatively
escaping.
use it to make big trades in one
Oh, now decreased physical protections by 30% on the impaled target.
and a prot shred.
Holy shit, this is an insane buff actually to Amuz Cup.
Self-peel for himself with the slow, so if you've got a
Crazy.
up in your face, you can't get rid of him. Now you can hit the Stinger. Previously, they'd just ignore that thing. They'd run right at you. They don't care. But now they know that prot shred and slow, that's going to slow them down. Same with Guardians, and you know,
I think
make the turn the tide of difference.
there was a disarm once in his kit.
Really spicy buff here.
And I think that one removing that disarm was probably the wrong. Yeah, was probably not a bad approach, but they should have give him something in return. This is good. This is a good buff.
Kind of just a general buff, but also to branching bolas. So
increased base attack speed per level. Oh, this is interesting. This is actually quite huge.
In lane and kind of leaning more into his unique auto-attacking style. Basically, we're bringing up his base stats to kind of match a little bit more closely with other hunters. He previously had some of the
this is really nice. I'm looking forward to the Shibalanki buff.
Level just a little bit at a time, and also Bolas doing a little bit more damage as well. We previously had
increased damage from 35 to 35. Okay, that's nice. So apparently we are going into that maybe again this hunter tank meta. We have two tanks on each team. There's some peeling game going on and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like the Shibalanki buff.
Is getting a buff as well. Furious Roar, Hook Slam, Sky Cutting Axe, just lots of buffing going around.
So Furious Roar, increased damage over time, blah blah blah. Hook Slam.
Strange for whatever reason, it was 3% twice at the last few ranks. Just making sure that scales up normally. There probably was a reason for it. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Furious Roar is really nice. It's not just dealing damage, it also increases auto attack damage by 50%.
Especially hoping that we can see him more in the duo lane. You know, we know that he can.
Yeah, I would pretty much love to see Xingtian being back in the meta. It's actually such fun and good support. Naturally, in an auto attack focused, also when there's an auto attack focused hunter meta, it's just an amazing pick.
It had a very long cooldown, 18 seconds. Probably
yeah, this is also really good buff. Hook Slam on a shorter cooldown.
So a few numbers were still lingering there from those old days, but now that people have lots of tools to deal with them, he's been.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about his mana cost. Yeah, this is what. Yeah, this is maybe whatever. But yeah, Hook Slam on a 16-second cooldown, really nice.
I mean, Krang skin, you can play Krang, so
don't call it a Krang buff.
This
Yeah,
guy cut it. Okay.
Alright, looks like the final part of the normal balance for gods in this patch is Wan Yu getting a buff to Taolu Assault. So what's with that, Lermy?
One year after
Yeah,
Chris.
Guan
The
Yu is
Tower
historically
Assault.
a very high skill cap god if you really want to hit the uber pinnacle min-max of his passive. So we want to just make it a little bit easier for him to survive those kind of rough early game fights that he has. And so we're giving Taolu Assault, his main clear ability, a little bit of cooldown just to
Okay.
make sure that he has an easier time in lane. And honestly, this buff might look a little bit bigger than it actually is because you have to remember that Taolu Assault
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm just
go on
not sure if
cooldown
that brings him
until he
back
finishes
into the
his
solo lane
charge.
again.
So as long as he's
Maybe,
hitting, he's not counting down. Once
maybe
he's done,
not.
he's going to be counting down from 13 seconds now instead of 15 seconds.
Awesome. Sounds good. So that is it for the normal balance, but that's not all of the balance. We have one more big key feature left in balance for 811, and that is Bastet is getting a rework. And I mean, there's all kinds of things to
Bastet
talk
is
about
getting a
here.
rework.
Ajax, I'll start with you, but we also get to see it in game, so let's take it away.
Okay, so yes, Bastet, we tried to rework once, but we feel like the ultimate didn't really hit the mark. It was effective. We saw her win rate go up quite a bit, actually, but people generally found it, lacking inspiration and being unexciting.
Okay.
It has a very all-in ability playstyle, and the god is very good at jumping in, bursting someone down, and jumping out, right? But we wanted to give her, with this rework, more flexibility in her fighting, more options, more ways to impact the team fight, and we also wanted to give her, more flair. We didn't want to run into that same case where the ultimate ability just didn't feel that exciting anymore. So what we have here are 3 major changes. They are a completely new passive, a completely new ultimate, and significant buffs to ability to Razor with. So as we see, we've got our Pon demo driver here, using just some various abilities to show about the new passive, which is called Night Stalker, which Bastet gains a physical lifesteal and ability lifesteal when hitting enemies. So she just gets free lifesteal and ability lifesteal.
Okay.
This does more lifesteal to gods than it does to minions. And also, when she deals damage to an opponent, she applies a debuff to them that reveals them to Bastet for a significant amount of time.
Okay, so the bleeding
vision on enemies.
So the bleeding passive is gone now.
Ability lifesteal, which is really cool.
We're not doing bleeding damage anymore.
Kind of tangent off to the 2 a second. We can kind of talk about the changes to
I'm
that
not
one as well.
exactly sure.
So basically before, it's honestly the same ability, but it's being sped up a little bit. Before the description said that it would be ticks every second for 4 seconds, but that actually wasn't true. The tooltip was a little bit misleading. The FX would actually play for 4 seconds, but you'd really be taking a tick at 0 seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, and 3 seconds. So now we're basically bringing that down 1 second more. So we are having ticks every 0.66 seconds. So it's still the same amount of ticks.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to be going up until 2 seconds. So you'll be taking 4 ticks.
That's yeah, okay, that's a reasonable change.
It's gonna feel much better. It's gonna be much more responsive and a lot faster in the jungle. So then we
this is nice.
A brand new ultimate called the Huntress of Bast. Previously we had the Guardians, now we have the Huntress. So why don't we just show it off first before I say anything?
Okay, I'm curious about this one. You're kidding.
There you go.
No.
Long-ranged skill shot pull on an assassin.
So this is basically this is basically an ability ult.
I'm sure there are some of our dedicated old school players who are thinking
without the condition that someone has to jump.
An ultimate that was a pull. We looked at this one.
So we can pull. Okay.
The rest of Bastet's kit. She can but what else can she do, right? So this gives her a lot of interesting options. She can use this to engage a fight, to pull a single target early. She can use this to chase someone down after a fight as a long-range follow-up when they think.
Okay, yeah.
And
Oh, why not? This is actually a really cool change.
Has a small in close range. If you hit enemies in this very close range, you
Yeah.
actually get this very instant hit because it's a projectile, but you'll get a different giant cat animation that just applies a stun and doesn't do the pull. It just hits them with the stun. So she's now got essentially an additional hard CC that's very confirmable in the close range.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this could be maybe cool for
lots of flare, a giant
for the early game. Also having the stun available when you gank and stuff. And so the stun, or when you're trying to get a pick in the late game even. Can see the long range pull.
Yeah, one other thing to mention is that
I think that's pretty nice for her late game. So basically she doesn't fall that much off, which she also doesn't at the moment, at least as long as the mazes are not crazy heavily nerfed or anything. But this is pretty good.
Does not like it.
Oh, there he goes.
That's what happens when you laugh at them.
But yeah, one other small thing to note is that the player that you do grab with this ability will go back to that mark on the ground. They don't follow you over the wall. They go to that mark that you see right there.
Okay.
Yes, that's a great point. So that we do bring it back to the from fired location, and we do have a marker there to remind you where that's going to be. This can also be cleansed. Obviously, you can beads this. You won't be you'll escape the cat's clutches, or you can beads it.
Okay, and what's cooldown like on what's the base cooldown like on this ability? This is definitely a cool change to Bastards. I could technically have seen her being picked up a little bit more over other gods like Tsukuyomi or I don't know what else is being played, Mercury maybe. Or
looks great, and I'm excited for all the fun plays. I can't wait to use this as an escape mechanism, like hit them with it, then jump over them and just bail. So that'll be so fun.
That was pretty cool.
Well, awesome. Thank y'all for showing us that. I'm excited.
So she definitely has a better late game now.
This is all going live in the 8.11 update dropping November 16th, so y'all can see it then. You'll also be able to try it in PTS.
But on the flip side, where are the maze nerfs now?
Cool. Next up, we have the skins coming with the 8.11 update, but let's build some SWC and some HRS hype. Let's get into that. See y'all in a second.
Yeah. Basically, I still don't see any jungle, any crazy jungle nerfs at all. I would have expected a little bit of toning down the maze items again. Yeah, we had the Jotuns nerfed recently, but okay.
Hello, Smite fans, and welcome back. Before we get into this, obviously, got two new friends here with me. Got Hi-Res Honey and Paul from PC. How are y'all doing? Thank you for being here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going, dude?
Amazing. Couldn't be happier to be here. Couldn't be happier to have y'all with me. Excited to get into this. If y'all want a quick introduction real quick before we dive into all this fun stuff.
So now we're doing the battle pass skins, I guess.
Hi-Res Honey. I am the newest community specialist for Smite, and I'm just so excited to be here with you guys.
Awesome. Happy to have you. Yeah.
I play mid for the Titans in SPL. That's kind of it, to be honest.
You say that like it's a small thing, but that's not a small. I mean, people know Paul, so super excited to have you here. So
I have no idea who that Paul guy is. Kidding.
Smite World Championships, because those are coming up. We're working our way there. Time is flying. First off, we have a schedule that we can actually share with y'all here. So here's a picture of
okay.
So this is stuff that we're gonna get out to y'all. But this is what it's gonna look like. We have Smite World Championship taking place Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going on
Design a
break.
God panel, the
Within that, we also
Golden
have
Balls
the
nomination
Idol
show.
Showcase, which is going to have all of our
Crazy.
there. So it'll be super exciting. We have all kinds of great things going on, including a cosplay contest, which is currently active, and we're running through it. So if y'all are interested in entering this cosplay contest, you have until December 1st to cosplay and submit those. We've got some time, you know.
So there's no play-in phase now. We're going right on the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then into your finals.
Calls with judges. We're gonna move into finalists.
Yeah, I guess they're doing the group stage.
On the 6th of January.
This weekend.
We're gonna have the cosplay show. So make sure if y'all want to enter, y'all get in there. And if you just want to see
and then we just have the quarters.
That y'all are ready for the show come January. So again, plenty of
time,
but always better to be ready. So let's get into some of these skins. So the first,
sure, why not?
We have the digital loot pack coming with 8R11, and we have Elkin Ternunos. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty neat.
I like how the red and the green. I don't know, it's a good contrast.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice, and it
agreed. Ooh,
fits his theme pretty well.
The scared little wolf.
Or what's that wolf doing there?
What a role reversal to have a scared wolf and the terrifying deer.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Now, man.
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be a
like
goat?
Elk, right?
Oh, an elk.
Also, as a hunter,
it's called Elkin, so yeah, I don't know. I guess
player, I'm all in for that one.
Cool.
My duty is to the forest.
It's like how's this called? Like a warden of the forest style, like.
Let's see what this looks like. Speaking of regal,
Season 8 Morgan Le Fay. Okay, that's
absolutely. I love obviously dethroning somebody because she's wearing her crown. That she just took that crown from whoever she.
Okay, so that's supposed to be that's supposed to be the recolor or something.
Let's see what it looks like in game. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. Yeah, this is pretty much the usual recolor and
Dude,
the loot
so
packs.
Purple, man.
Yeah, really, it is. And that blue
The
goes
color
so well
of royalty. Yes. Love her sword.
Purple, blue.
Yeah, the sword is great looking too. I always love her swords. Let's hear.
Yeah, I have to admit, I usually prefer her legendary skin. It's pretty much the best by now. It's even the Crimson Mage. It's not,
I don't feel prepared.
not that great yet.
Help me, I'm scared.
The legendary one just looks best so far.
Next up, we have a pretty big one. I'm excited for this. Divine Wind Gilgamesh is up next, and
oh,
now that's a Gilgamesh.
That looks pretty dope.
Oh my god, it's sick.
Oh, it looks like that in game as well. I hope it just looks as dope. Oh yeah, that looks dope.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they look so good.
It's really nice.
It's so ginormous.
I know, right?
Bro, how are you gonna see?
You don't need to see when you look this good. I heard that we get to look at this one in game because this one has some special stuff to it. So let's check it out in game real quick. Yeah, look at those wings. Those are huge. That's awesome. Oh.
Okay.
Like solar flare. That's so pretty looking. And how
yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yes, and how they're like two different color flames.
Dude,
too.
spinny.
Really nice.
Yeah, is that the drop kick?
Yeah.
So we have these little flare effects when he's using abilities. That looks really nice on his wings. Sure, why not?
Pretty cool, but okay.
Ooh,
alright, fair enough.
I love how much the wings are worked into all these abilities. Like.
Yeah, holy, yeah, that looks really amazing.
Vulcan's back.
So can we see the ultimate?
Vulcan will not.
Take
He will not be shown up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the ultimate again.
It was a close fight.
Oh, yeah, that looks. Winds of Shamash.
Oh wow.
That looks pretty nice.
even cooler when you're in
You can
it.
see this skin being banned in SPL just for the fact you can't see through. Well, actually you can see through. It's a little bit translucent.
Just hang out, you know, take some damage.
The sandstorm area.
Absolutely awesome.
It just looked in the first place a little bit too large.
I guess headbutt or like the drop kick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This looks really nice. This is a nice skin.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. Yeah, that's
awesome.
a skin.
Alright, so that is
It's also fits the theme, his theme very well.
Be a little excited about. I don't know, just a guess. We have Pittsburgh Knights Scylla. Hey.
Dude, that's
I mean, what
sweet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
This is the how many
Championship World Champion skin. Here it is. Scylla
World Champion skin. It's Pittsburgh
and, you know,
Knights Scylla.
Since we thought you might like this one, just a guess. We figured, yeah, have you here and
Nice, dude.
Look at how pretty that looks. That, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
spoiled, man. I got PK Scylla, dude. We got the Merlin skin for SK, dude. Oh.
She has already an esports skin. Why? Why did I pick? Why did Zap's old team root for Scylla skin?
Oh, that's awesome. The gold looks so good.
I mean, they could have just. Yeah, that looks pretty. Yeah, Crush looks pretty nice.
Watch the corner, okay.
That is so. I love the logo. That is so great.
Yeah, the logo is really well done.
And the dog is just a lion.
Is this part of the loot pack, or is this in?
So there you go. I mean, that's what happens.
Oh, Hellpon.
It's so high pitched, the voice, dude.
Yeah, the pentakill.
Pentakill.
That is super awesome. So yeah, you know, excited to see that one in action. Again, November 16th. So super cool though, and they get World Championship skin. So all of those skins we just saw are actually part of the digital loot pack. That digital loot pack, which you can get in game.
Okay, nice. So it's part of the loot pack as well.
It comes with Fountain Skin, Elkin Level Up, a player title, and a chest roll. And I mean, just so many things, including all of those skins, which are super great. And that digital loot pack will be available in game for 1,500 gems with the release of this update. But that's not all. If you liked everything you saw there and are like, man, I want even more awesome stuff, you can actually get the SWC Swag Bundle. This is an amazing bundle that's actually on sale right now as we're talking. It went on sale technically today, so y'all can go pick it up. But that comes with original art postcard, the Smite World Championship hat that you can see there, the SWC Zip Up hoodie, which is awesome. It has the SWC logo and then all the different like. And you'll also get the Season 8 wall flag signed by SPL players, and that will come with the digital loot pack. So this is $60. It's on sale right now. You get all of that stuff, and if you get the actual swag bundle, you will get a digital code that you can redeem in-game to have all of those skins that we just went over, all 4 of them, plus all that other stuff, the avatars.
Yeah, cool, why not?
So make sure you get these. They are limited number, so you got to make sure you act fast. You know, if you want one, don't sit on it. You got to get in there and get them before they're gone. But yeah, it ships worldwide, so don't be afraid to get it, regardless of where you live. If you're excited for Smite World Championships, get the gear, get the hype, get all of those awesome skins as well. I mean, I'm super excited about it. I'm excited. I'm gonna wear that hat literally all the time. So again, make sure you get on that.
Okay.
Buy them. Buy them all, dude.
Well, I guess we're now coming to the Transformers skins.
He knows what he's talking about. He's obviously.
Are we?
Brain. So awesome. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check that out. Again, available.
Yeah.
For pre-order. You'll get everything in, and then again when the update goes live, you'll get all that stuff in game too. So don't miss your chance, because again.
Okay. Can we get to the Transformers skins now?
We have more skins actually to talk about. lots of cool skins. So the Odyssey in 811 will bring 2 new skins, one of which is Plushy Tiamat. So let's see what Tiamat's looking like.
Plushy Tiamat, okay.
So cute.
I love the little eyes and the little teeth.
Yeah, sure. Oh, just
Skin, man.
bring forth the plushie skins.
That's not threatening at all. It's adorable.
I don't know how they come up with this stuff, dude.
I mean, I agree. I totally agree. All the little buttons and everything, and I bet all of her little minions are so adorable too. It's gonna be annoying when
Yeah, I think I will get my hands somehow on her extraterrestrial skin.
Oh boy, dude.
I mean, this looks cool and stuff,
let's hear the
but
voice line. Let's hear what it sounds like.
I think quite not the type of guy that plays that skin that often.
Tiamat time.
I mean, I rarely play the plushie skins.
Oh yeah, double check. Next up we have Oni Ronin on her. So let's see what the on her drip. Ooh, that looks good.
Okay, that looks nice, but
and he looks massive. Look at like the.
Doesn't he have a similar skin already?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love the fireballs above that.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's like a flame crown.
Oh, basically they replaced the head fur with fire.
It's just like fire, yeah.
And it's a cool idea actually.
It's on her.
True.
And also the glyphs on his arms and stuff. So
let's hear what the voice line sounds like.
I can taste the thrill of battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds also pretty cool.
Alright, so last but not least, we have the Winter Wonderland chest, and this one has a Ginger Dread Baba Yaga. So
Ginger Dread Baba Yaga.
Oh.
Okay, this is cool.
Sick, dude.
That is sick. You got the.
It's like.
Oh.
What are you saying?
No, I was just gonna say, look at the like little gingerbread.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty cool idea to have this fairy tale.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that fairy tale, dude, with like the witch
Yeah.
in the house or whatever, and it like lures the kids in or whatever.
So this is that's a fantastic stuff. Oh my god, yeah, this looks really nice.
No,
yeah,
that's
I'm getting
exactly
those vibes
yeah.
right now.
And this fits yeah, like I said, completely the fairy tale theme.
The pot's got a.
They even
It is, dude.
this is an oven instead of her cake, or is it a cake?
And that staff is the staff is a kitchen utensil.
Yeah, nice. And this is
Dude, that's great.
Yeah.
yeah, this is actually good.
So good. Let's hear the voice.
This fits the theme really well. So whoever designed the skin, my props, guys. This is sick. This is really sick.
Oh god. Yeah, like you said, she's trying to eat people.
Really well done.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for the skins in the normal update. Obviously, we have something else to talk about here in just a second, but I want to thank y'all. Thank you, Paul, for being here and for checking out those skins with us. I guess we'll.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you later in Smite. But next up, let's check out some Transformers. We'll see y'all in a second.
Oh yeah. Now that's what we all came for. We have Starscream Jingwei, okay. Megatron Ra. And then there's Optimus Prime Gap. And on the Prestige track we get them in their Generation 1 design, while the normal track hands us the basically modernized versions without the shaders applied.
Smite fans and friends and everybody. You can see we have Melgo Animate here with us. How you doing, Mel?
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, sure, why not? This is pretty cool.
Optimus Prime hat too.
I'm just not sure. Yeah, okay, they had to do the Jing Wei skin for Starscream since yeah, her ultimate pretty much screams for it, kind of.
You want to introduce yourself real quick, and then we'll.
So yeah, there was pretty much no way around not doing it for her.
But I work very closely with the internal Smite team on this, both the entire team.
Megatron Ra. Would I have done Megatron Ra?
Super excited to talk about Transformers.
I'm not so sure.
We have Optimus Prime.
Yeah, not so sure about that for her.
There he is.
I love that.
So we have Optimus Prime Gap.
Such a great, and just, I mean, what else is there to say other than it's amazing? That's Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it doesn't get more iconic than that. You know, he's the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, look at that. The way, like, when he converts into the truck, that is so.
Oh my god! But why did we have to give this to Gap?
I'm gonna have to become a Geb main just to do that like 1,000 times. That change of form is so good.
I don't know. Can we have just put that on a warrior maybe?
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
It's just a bit weird on Cap wielding weapons and stuff, since
literally shaking with excitement. You know, I don't think that's enough.
or maybe another Guardian. I mean, a Xing Tian would have been nice.
It looks
iconic.
Yeah, okay. The truck animation. Sort of get it.
I totally agree. The sound effects.
Yeah, but it's after all wielding weapons. Okay, I guess they did it because of so they could incorporate the truck animation.
The way the trailer comes in, when he converts, and the trailer just kind of like teleports in or materializes in. It's so sick.
Yeah, such a great indicator.
Flames come out
like
the top.
that ability.
Yeah, this looks pretty awesome. As I'm not the biggest Gap fan myself, I rarely play that character.
We're gonna beat Vulcan every time. That is so great. So let's. I want to see the ult so bad.
But I'm a huge Transformers fan, especially Optimus Prime. I might play more Gap in the future.
It is so satisfying, and fans will note that what he's holding up there is the Matrix of Leadership.
Yeah, it's a Matrix of Leadership. When he ults. This is pretty dope.
That was a lot of.
Also, the transformation into the truck is just awesome. Yeah, I do see it. They kind of had to do this for Gap. The rollout, just with the truck animation, that just fits perfectly.
Years at this point, almost 40 years, you know.
I'm not sure about Shockwave. Yeah, maybe Shockwave with the gunshot.
People that like worked more intimately with this, everybody has been so hype about this. It was so hard to keep a lid on this thing as long as we did. So
and this is most likely his special on the skin.
Yeah, and then there's a different transformation when he does his VXG to when he does the rollout. So it should be hopefully really clear for players to be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, to you know, not like
trailer aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is super awesome. It looks so good, and yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. The special VXE. I do like that.
Even put in the work to make sure that was clear. Yeah, that's just so awesome, and the sound effects and like the voice acting is amazing. love everything about
Yeah, and as I said, as a Transformers fan, I'm really inclined to be playing this skin, and I think I have to play a more gap in the future in order to do so. Really nice.
So like the trailer comes in and then the flames kick on. Like those are key details that when Geb is like at full speed. I believe that's when they're timed for.
So I'm actually looking forward and how the other two skins are being made.
Skins, but then also have it work for gameplay.
Yeah, the shield looks dope as well.
Crazy how much detail goes into all of this. There's the gameplay side and the aesthetic side, and then there's just the fan side where you just want to squeeze everything.
So can we see the Gen 1 skin now? Also the Gen 1 edition of the skin with the cartoon shaders applied to the skin. Yeah, to his skin. So he's pretty much yeah. So he looks. So they look pretty much like like in the very old cartoon from the early 80s.
We actually have Starscream Jingwei. So ooh, that looks so good.
Yeah, this is another skin where they got just fit right into it. That's most likely because of her ultimate.
Pot shot at somebody and he's really happy.
With the strike bombing. It just did fit.
How could you not?
But this is this is we get transformation into the plane most likely on her passive, I would guess.
That was so difficult. Like, I mean, it was difficult. Okay, don't get me wrong, it was difficult.
And then she transforms into Starscream once the passive is gone.
Converted into something completely different, and then so seamlessly.
Okay, this looks pretty dope.
I mean, it is just absolutely seamless. It looks.
I think I'm going to play that skin like actually a lot. Or can we see the basic attacks and stuff?
Love it.
The transformation is really well done, and also the details on the jet propulsion system, just awesome.
People with keen ears would be able to tell who the voice actor is for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, this is awesome.
We have voice actors from the most recent show, actually. So.
And yet, oh, this is just kick-ass with the propulsion system on her dash, and also the basic attacks look actually dope. And I really do like this that she's basically shooting with. Is she shooting with both?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. This is why that skin was had to be made for Jingwei.
Seamless. Like, I can't tell you the amount of like.
This is also great. We can get the persistent cost with the air turbine at the ground. This is a special VEX, I guess. And he's firing with both cannons and instead of just with her. Oh my god, what's the item called? Let's just use the term bow. The crossbow.
It's not instant. It's not like it has that conversion period, but it's so seamless from the actual regular movement that I can't stop watching it.
Yeah, oh my god, this is completely sick. This is definitely my favorite skin. This beats even the Optimus Prime by a long shot.
That's what happens.
Nice.
Into the jet and you fly across
and you move it. Yeah, you move at Mach 5.
Yeah. Super speed.
Oh my god, yeah, this is awesome.
When he laughs, when you do the ultimate, he does that evil Starscream laugh.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be my favorite skin in the Battle Pass. Optimus Prime, it's there, but holy shit, this is just crazy good.
So look at that. Starscream had that smug look. Yeah, Megatron is angry. I love all the colors too. Like that blue backdrop is so great.
Pop 'em in.
So, and then last but not least, the Megatron.
Look at that cannon.
Rah.
Oh, it is so clean.
This is, I guess, transformation for the ultimate shot.
So clean. I could just watch those all day. I can't stop being in love with every one of these conversions. It's so nice looking.
Same.
Wonder what or what this one is going to look like. Does it transform then as well?
Still transforms after he gets.
Or is it just firing some energy blast in the sky?
Goes into the tank. You can see all these little pieces.
The tank is definitely the ultimate. I think we could see that in the trailers beforehand.
Like, how do we want this transformation to look?
But let's see how that looks like. Yeah, but I'm really curious about the one. And also the healing ring.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I think I will. All right, let's see this in game. I mean, we got to see all of them in game, obviously.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
So a little addendum. You'll see that we might not have leveled up some abilities down there in the bar. Turns out Megatron is too strong. He's been fighting and conquering things for so long that
Okay, that looks cool.
Are currently too strong for the battleground.
I like the color. I really do like the colors as well.
Right now, just for the sake of keeping things moving along, but look at that.
So that's the ultimate. Yeah, the ultimate's just awesome. It's a special VXE. Nice.
That is so good. And I love hearing the audio every time that conversion sounds.
Can we see the healing in the one, please?
Too good.
It makes it a whole experience.
Yeah, the ultimate is.
I know we can't show it, but when it does make it to PTS and people are looking at it, check out his line ability for a special treat. There's a little bit of an Easter egg.
Yeah, I have heard that, and since
What do you mean you can't?
I agree. I think that this should be something that.
Oh wait, they don't have the line shot and the healing ability ready for the update show.
Tweet at us and let us know what you found.
Why?
It's really cool, and again, like a lot of these skins, it's going to be something that the fans are going to really appreciate. Oh my gosh!
Epic.
Nice.
What?
You'll notice Vulcan was too afraid to attack Megatron, so that's why. Man. Well, that is
Where on earth is?
super excited about it, and again, these are.
Okay, this hits the PTS. Okay, nice.
We're not quite done yet. Next up, we have G1 Optimus Prime. So let's see what G1 Optimus Prime looks like.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be. It's gonna be awesome. On the prestige track, we get the old school versions of the Transformers from the very first. Oh my god, it's sick! It's absolutely sick with the.
It's like I'm 10 years old again.
Yeah, this is like this is definitely like down the memory lane. Seeing this.
Full of Cocoa Puffs in front of me.
Exactly.
In front of the TV.
Yeah, eyes literally glued
Yeah,
to the screen.
it looks absolutely
Could not agree more.
like old school Transformers from back in the days.
And again, just look at it's just the art style. It's so good. And there's these little like details that are a little different. So good.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
And
I like
just watching
the.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna brag about this.
But it is this is really awesome. This is like being being 10 years old again.
And like when I see these prestige ones, I'm like, I go gaga over them.
As the prestige ones, they really did an amazing job there.
And
This is probably my Jingwei skin of choice. And the Battle Pass lands will definitely.
Oh, and look at that. He's still angry. Yeah.
Yeah, of course he's angry. He's Megatron. He's always angry.
Your Saturday morning cartoon or not, Megatron is.
He got the shaft and all that, and the.
Look at, I love those like the bold lines. They look so good.
Same.
Oh yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic as well.
For sure.
For sure. And it's worth noting with all of the G1 skins that the team actually had a lot of original G1 sound effects that we were given to work into these skins. So a lot of them really will.
Yeah, I guess they could get a lot of these old school sounds from the old cartoon show. I guess they also used them on the normal versions of the skins. But man, also these G1 skins look absolutely dope. I'm really looking forward to that battle pass.
There's loading frames, jump stamps. There's even a loading frame that that changes based on what character you're using. So there's really a ton of work into it, and y'all should make sure to check it out. But
oh, that's cool.
Other than that,
converts.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, thank y'all so much. Today was incredible. We had so many cool things to talk about. Some really big changes to the balance coming in 8R11, and then Transformers Battle Pass, which we here could not be more excited about. We have been, edge of our seats for months now.
Too. The only thing I would have liked to see is mace nerfs a little bit. At least it could have made them more expensive or anything. That's what I would have liked to see. But I really do like some of the fail note on the executioners, executioner buffs.
We're going to go into a short video for John Finch, a memorial video that we've made, as well as a memorial change that we've added to the map. So as we close this show out, we want to thank y'all all for being here, and then ask all of y'all to join us in a respectful moment of silence as we close this show in memory of
yeah, the patch, the upcoming patch is definitely it's not that bad as I thought. It's actually really nice, at least for the hunter buffs are quite cool, and also the warrior starter item is really nice. I have music here. Okay, I guess that's it with the update show. Pretty cool. Yeah, except for the fact that there were no mace nerfs, but yeah, I guess that's high-res. Alright, then let's see what's coming the next weeks.